Welcome back. You are listening to Whissel Wednesdays here on KCBQ 1170 The Answer. My name is Kyle Whissel. I'm your host with Whissel Realty, joined as always by Mr. Jason Hall with Team Home Loans, and special guest today, Mr. Clay Murray, also of Team Home Loans.
Good evening, everybody.
So before the break, we were talking a little bit about some of the different types of lenders you're going to run into out there. You're going to have your internet lenders. You're going to have your local, big name corner store lenders. And then you're going to have guys like Jason and Clay over here who can really be there to guide you through that home loan process, who can, get you the best rate, get you the best program for your specific needs, not trying to always fit you within a box of what their bank is pushing at that time. They can really look out for you and your best interest. And they can always be available to guide you through the process, whether it be 8 a.m. or 8 p.m. These guys are there for you to walk you through the process, hold your hand, answer your questions, really make sure you know exactly where you're at in the process and what's coming up next. So if you want to connect with Jason or Clay, shoot us a text or give us a call, 619-663-SELL, 619-663-7355. We'll get you connected with these guys. They are awesome. I've worked with Jason. I think we did our first deal back in like 2002. It's been a long time, and you've always been there. You've always taken amazing care of myself, of our clients.
Thank you, Kyle.
Everybody that, my entire team sends a lot of business over to you guys at Team Home Loans. We really trust in you guys. You do an awesome job. You've probably done a few hundred loans for clients of ours over the year. And that's the thing is a lot of these realtors that I talk to out there, every deal they're working with a different lender.
It's crazy.
This deal, like the buyer comes in is like, oh, I'm pre-approved with XYZ Bank. Okay, cool. Well, let's go ahead. We'll work with them. And then the next deal, it's, well, now this guy's approved by ABC Bank. Okay, let's work with them. It's really hard to get some synergy going and work as a team as you go through this process. And I know the company that you guys are backed by, Synergy One Lending, has synergy in the name. And I think having good synergy as you go through that home buying process is so crucial. Right now, we're in a market where it is insanely competitive. I was pulling some of the recent stats of what's going on in the market, and here's what we're seeing right now. This year versus last year. So we're comparing
12 months ago. So like April of
2014 versus April of 2015. The number of new homes coming on the market, identical to last year. Right. No change.
Not much.
The number of homes going pending, or that means the number of homes going into escrow, up 14.5%.
Yep.
So what does that mean? There's the same amount of homes coming on the market,
just a lot more activity.
But there's a lot more homes going off the market. So naturally, what that's doing is the inventory of homes for sale, or the supply of homes for sale, is down around 13%. So there's a lot less choices for buyers out there. And when that happens, that's when you run into a seller's market. When you're in a seller's market, it's competitive. A lot of our listings right now, they're getting 5, 10, 15. We've seen, Jason and I, we worked with a client recently in La Mesa, helped him get a property. There are 21 offers on that property.
Right.
It's really competitive.
So it's definitely a seller's market, right? So if you're listening right now, this is a great time to sell your home. Is that what you're saying, Kyle?
It is an amazing time to sell your home. I mean, we're setting records everywhere. We do a lot of business in East County, the Sky Ranch community. The last 3 sales were records on every single floor plan. Wow. Highest price by far, 5-10% above the previous record. So, I mean, we're setting records all over the place. That's one of the things that makes our team a little different at Whissel Realty. We do a lot of business, sell a lot of homes, but we don't just churn and burn them like some of the discount brokers.
You don't. In a discount broker, meaning they'll take a lower commission, but they're willing to sell your house cheaper in return.
It's like they'll take a lower commission. They'll take a lower price for your home.
Right, because they just want to move it.
Right, because they like to earn their business by charging the lowest price.
Right.
Whereas our team likes to earn our business by setting record prices. We know that if we can come into a community and set a record for selling a particular floor plan for the highest price ever, what's going to happen with the neighbors?
More sellers are going to go, hey, I want to work with Whissel Realty. I need to reach out, touch base with them, and look at them. And so that's what you as a listener, as you're listening here, there's a reason why you're listening right now. And I can tell you, doing this 25 years, Kyle Whissel is definitely by far one of the best brokers that I've ever done business with in 25 years. He has his hands involved in every deal, every transaction. He's very involved with his team. And Kyle, you're just a marketing guru. I mean, the things you've done. At 19, 20 years old, you told me you were going to do these, and I laughed at you, right? I mean, I said, yeah, sure. The whole yeah. I told him, yeah. I've heard this, right? Yeah. You're one of those yes loan officers. You're going to be a yes real estate agent. No, Jason, I know how to do this, and we can do it this way. And I'm like, that all sounds good, but you actually need to do it. And Kyle, you've done it.
It's been awesome. And that's why I go to things like a retreat with Tom Ferry and network with all of the best agents from around the country, because we're doing things here and we can share some of those tips and tricks of what's working for us here with people like my friend Marty Wade's up in Canada, totally different market, but they're doing things that we've never even thought of and never heard of. And that's the cool thing, is when you can build relationships, not only locally here in San Diego, but with agents from around the country, you can really learn a lot from each other and learn some of the unique things that people are doing to get homes sold. Like, we've learned so many tricks to work with the big guys like Zillow and Trulia. What we've learned in our industry is we're never going to beat them when it comes to rankings. If somebody goes on and says, Santee homes for sale, the top 3 sites that are going to pull up are going to be Zillow, Trulia, and Realtor.
Right.
So we're never
ZRT.
going to beat those guys and outrank them. So if we can't beat them, we might as well work with them. And if we're going to work with them, how can we get the most out of them? So we've learned all kinds of little tips and tricks of what we can do to get our clients' listings to the top of those websites. Those guys are getting 20, 30, 40, 50 plus million visitors to their websites every month. So it's important when we're listing a home for our client that we get their home at the top of that list, because we all know, I'm down in Cabo. If I'm looking for a restaurant to eat at, I'm going on Google or TripAdvisor, and if it's not on that first page of results, I'm not going to page 5.
Let's talk about that one that you guys had like a $4,000 bonus, right? There was like a $4,000 bonus you put on a Zillow listing that put it up on top. The buyer saw that, was attracted. They already liked the house, and all of a sudden they kind of saw an option where if they contacted your team, they could, save $4,000, and you guys got that buyer the home.
Absolutely. So we figured out a tool called special offers on Zillow, and when you will put a special offer out there, what it'll do is boost your seller's listing up to the top of that list. And this was a listing we've had for a few months now, I think 3 months. And we've had some offers on it. Everything's come in a little bit lower, hasn't been where our seller wants the offer to be.
Sure.
So our job is to always be marketing, not to just sit stagnant and wait for an offer to come in. So we learned some of these tricks, again, networking with other agents around the country, found out how to get our listing up to the top of Zillow. We found that if we offer an incentive for somebody to buy the home through us, if they find it on Zillow, and in this case, it was about a $4,000 credit we offered a buyer, immediately we put that ad out there. Within a week, we not only found a buyer for the home because of that ad, but we found somebody who paid full price, exactly what the seller was looking for on that home. And it's a win-win for everybody.
Right. Everybody was happy. I met with the buyers. They're excited and happy. In fact, I'd like to have them on the radio show this next month. They're closing next week, and they're just fired up. I mean, they love that home. It's got an ocean view, and they just can't wait to build a deck on top of the roof.
Oh, yeah.
And be like part of the rest of the park of Bay Park and Bay Ho, because that's where that's located. But yeah, you guys do an awesome job, Kyle. So I also know we have a lot of real estate agents. And so if you're a real estate agent right now and you're listening to the Whissel Wednesdays show and you're like, hey, how's Kyle doing it? I know you're looking to continue to develop your team and get a great team. So how can that real estate agent reach out to you? Because I know you would even put them on air even before they start your team, just to kind of interview them, even on the radio, to see how they are.
Definitely. I mean, for those of you guys that are listening, if you are a realtor, you want to connect with our team, we'd love to sit down and talk with you and have a conversation with you and see if you're the right fit for our team. Statistically speaking, the average agent in San Diego is doing 3 to 4 real estate transactions per year. The average agent on our team is doing around 20 transactions per year. And that's because this amazing culture that we've created at our team. We have an awesome time, and our saying at our office is work hard, play harder. We like to have
And you
fun.
provide leads, right? You provide leads, and they're teed up leads that you have a client concierge actually call these leads, set them up, set an appointment for the agent in their office, so you're not like meeting somewhere blindly. These people are coming to you to meet. And then you have some of our lenders there with you and that agent to make sure everything kind of goes smooth and answers all the questions. It's amazing what you guys do.
Absolutely. So if you want to connect with our team, whether you've got a home you're looking to sell and cash in on the seller's market, or you're thinking about making a move into the real estate industry or moving away from the current company you're at, give us a call, shoot us a text, 619-663-7355, 619-663-7355. And we got to end the show here, but I want to tease our newest listing, and I'm super excited for this one. Panoramic ocean view home in La Jolla.
La Jolla.
Blocks from both La Jolla Shores and La Jolla Cove, under 900,000.
Wow. So if I want to reach out to you right now, what should I do? Where should I text
if you want info on this property that's not available to the public yet, 619-663-SELL, 619-663-7355. Connect with myself regarding that La Jolla property. Any questions regarding loans, if you really want to sit down with an awesome lender that's going to be there, walk you through the process step by step. Love to connect you with Jason and Clay over at Team Home Loans. Thanks so much for listening to the show. We'll see you next Wednesday here on Whissel Wednesdays.
Do it and we start real slow. You just put your lips together and you come real close. Can you blow my whistle, baby? Whistle,